So let me go over real quick to let you know, because I always like to give information. If you're in a relationship with somebody with a savior complex, and also you might be in a relationship with a person who's needy and need to be less than to make you feel better, but also the problem is that means they'll never grow, because if they never grow, you can't grow, and they're going to prevent you from outgrowing them. Here's a footnote. Have you ever been in a relationship where you're trying to progress financially, emotionally, whatever it may be, and you're getting better, and then that person does something to pull you back? Here's the reason why people do that. One reason why they do that is because there's a fear of being left behind. If he or she gets better, I know damn well they're going to leave me. They're going to leave me behind. The other reason why people will do that and pull you back is because your progress is a reflection of me staying stagnant, of me failing, of me not growing. So therefore, I can't let you outpace me. So I would rather we both be miserable, because that means we get to stay together, rather than you growing, which signifies you outgrowing me and possibly leaving me and leaving me behind. So let me give you a few attributes or a few characteristics of a person who might have a savior complex. One of the things is they are not happy unless they're in a position of doing something for somebody else, because that's where they find their validation. And in fact, they have a hunger and a thirst for validation. Oftentimes they neglect themselves. They have a difficulty accepting help, and they have to be in control. Emotionally, they're drained. And here's the thing, they mask their low self-esteem. And the only time they feel good about themselves is when they are in a position to rescue and you're in a position to praise them. They have a strong fear of abandonment or rejection. They avert conflict and have a strong need to be needed. Here's the other thing. So a lot of times people may look at this person on the outside and think, oh, they're a good person. Oh, they're helpful. Oh, they're so resourceful. But the reality is that eventually they're going to burn out emotionally. And here's the other thing, women. While this savior is doing all this stuff for you, the resentments is constantly mounting. They become resentful. And you begin to see these tantrums when they feel unappreciated. The other problem is your relationship is built on this. So anytime any one of you are trying to break away from being the damsel, or you're trying to break away from being the hero, it's going to put a strain on the relationship. Here's a big one. When we talk about the lack of autonomy, neither one of you are being true to yourself. In fact, a lot of times the person who is the hero have lost a sense of themselves. They don't know who they are. And at some point, they lose their sense of compassion. Here's the thing. There are women out there who are looking for heroes, but the problem is they're running into fragile men who are masquerading as heroes. What's the difference between And here's one big difference, and I need you to take this to the bank with you. Some men with savior complex, they may appear like an alpha male. I know we've been hearing that term a lot, this alpha male thing. The reality is a true alpha don't need to announce that they're an alpha. What's understood don't have to be explained. But the reality is, men with the savior complex, they masquerade as an alpha, when in reality, they're insecure and they have this innate need to be needed. Anytime that doesn't take place, they fall apart.